Hi, beautiful people. Yeah, I'm live now. So, we are going to be talking about a lot of things today. so, um, I'll be talking about why you must not share your personal information with people. Of course, in my last video, I was talking about 7 things we must not share with people. And the reason why I'll be talking about this particular topic, it's because, of course, I have the opportunity to meet with lots of people because of what I do. As a life coach, a lot of people call me sharing their personal life experience with me. And this is an opportunity to also share this personal life experience with people so that they can learn 1 or 2 things and also use it in the journey of their life. So today I have someone who came up to me telling me some stories, and I'll be sharing them with you guys. So, in the journey of our life, we tend to meet different kinds of people, and sometimes we think we can have good relationship with them. Us to success. So this our lady shared her experience with a close friend. Initially, when the relationship started, they came up talking about different things that have been happening in her life and how things were not going well with her. And of course, when someone comes to sharing his or her personal stories, and sometimes you also want to share yours with such person. So this woman needed help, and as a good person, of course, we meet a lot of people in life, nice people, caring that they can sacrifice everything for us. And that's why I tell people that be careful when you deal with people. You need to use boundaries. Thank you for the love. So we need to use boundaries in the journey of our lives. So because of this relationship, she gave the woman help in terms of accommodating her in her home and also giving her some finance to start her own career. And eventually, she began to open up about some personal details, which was not even meant to share with anyone. But because of the bond that these two people had, she was forced to share her personal details with her. And how she was working in a company, how she got the job, because this lady that she was always curious, inquisitive, that you are making so much money, that where you are working, that they are really paying you so much like that. Because I know of people that do this kind of work that you do, they are not millionaire. How come you are so rich? And the lady was like, okay, let me share some of my personal details with you. And she began to tell her those other things that she does apart from where she's working. She also have some assets somewhere. She has this, she has that. You can imagine personal details about her success, how she makes her money. And before you know it, this lady began to get jealous that, so this is what this woman has been doing. Of course, I can also make millions. Millions are not only meant for certain people. Because I'm working and it's not even showing that I'm working. Things are not going very well. I think I can do what this woman is doing. And before she wanted to know where the woman was working. The woman took her to her place of work. She went there to meet up with her colleagues. Even she wanted to even meet the boss. And the woman was like, of course I can trust you. I'm a very good friend, and we live together, and we have been around for a very long time. And she introduced this woman to her boss, and before she knew it, she started going to see her boss behind her, the contact of the boss, and eventually she and this woman's boss became best of friends. The relationship was so calm that, oh my God. And then she began to share the personal details of this, her savior, this woman that gave her shelter when no one was available to, that gave her finance, that fed her, that clothed her, you can imagine. And she began to share her personal story with the boss. And before you know it, you know, of course, what will happen. There is no company that likes their staff to have other things. They want them to be dedicated to their jobs. And you know, sometimes our job may not really give us that kind of life, the dream life that we want. And sometimes we go out to do some external hustles, you understand, to really make money. And you know, when you are a family person, you begin to have 3-4 children, and you know, sometimes we see a lot of widows that have lost their husbands, and all the expenses, the responsibility is so on this woman. She has a mother to take care, she has a father to take care, you know, and other people like that. So of course, her earning, her income from her workplace may not be able to cater, and she has to do other hustles. And this was what this so-called close friend revealed to her boss. And before you know it, the woman started having problems in her place of work. Envy resulted from, you know, this knowledge that she had shared with the boss. Of course, you know, rumor will always spread, and her colleagues started to envy her. Her boss also started to envy her. And, you know, if at the end of the day, she lost her job, because there was a time that they were some kind of problem in the company, and things were not going very well in the company, because the company wanted to win a contract and they couldn't win that contract, and they started to blame this woman, and she's not loyal to the company, she's not focused, she's, you know, they will always find something to say, because once people know your personal secret, it's a problem. And she lost the job. And at that time, this woman was even planning to finish her house. She was building a house. That was one of the biggest goals that she had. She wanted to finish her dream house. And she has even informed this her so-called friend about this plan. Do you know that it failed? She couldn't finish this house. And at the end of the day, the house was sold because she couldn't finish it. And she lost everything. She lost the dream of building a house. So that's to tell you that sometimes you have to keep your dream to yourself, especially when your dream has not matured. Keep it to yourself, because eventually you may not get successful in your goals if you begin to share it with people. You guide it with jealousy, especially when they are fragile, when they are vulnerable. You guide it with jealousy. You understand? So that's for that. And you know, these are one of the lessons of life. I did not want to go into details, but I just summarized. There are a lot of things that also happened, but you know, I cannot be sharing every detail about the story. But I just want you to learn from people's experience. And now this woman is, you know, but everything will be okay with time. And another thing is friends. If you are always concerned about having friends. I also have another story about this lady in her university days. She had a set of friends who were always envious of her, and of course she knew it based on their response and their reaction to her. But she was like, maybe she's overreacting. You know, sometimes if you are sensitive enough, because I did I did a video about how to identify a fake friend. So you can go to the video. These are some of the characteristics that, if you want to know if you are having a genuine friend, go and check that video. If you notice any of these characteristics, any traits of that I've mentioned, then you should be very careful with those kind of friends. And this lady in our university days, of course, you know, after your university days, after 4 or 5 years, you have to after doing your final exam, you have to go for service. You serve the government for 1 year. So it's like that. So most times, some people are not lucky to go that same year after graduating. Some people have to wait 1 year, 2 years. Some people wait as much as 3 years, and this delay them from moving forward. So this lady, of course, she had a plan to do her service immediately after the school. And after 1 year of service, she's going to get a job. She's going to get married. And after that, she may even start her own company. And foolishly for her, she started to share her goals with her friends. Of course, she has always been an envy of her friends. And because she was insensitive of this, she shared it with her friends, and they were like, wow, so you're going to get married? You're going to have your service in Lagos? Because most times they post people different parts of the states. They can post you very far from where you schooled, and most people don't like it. Most people like to be in the same state where they schooled, because the experience sometimes is always very, very difficult. And she was telling her friends that, oh, I'm going to be in this same state where I schooled. And because of envy, they were like, wow, we are going to plan something against this. But she didn't know. So because this lady was already planning to get married, and she was busy, when it was time for them to come and do the final registration, there was nobody to inform this lady, and the lady almost lost the opportunity. But if not for a friend that found out that this lady, they moved together with these groups, and we've been seeing these groups here, but we didn't see the other lady, because normally we're a group of 4, and there were only 3 that they were coming for the registration, and they were like, and eventually the guy put a call to the lady and was like, wow, we've not been seeing you. Hope you are not sick. Because if you look, this is the final day for the registration. If you lose this opportunity, you have lost it. And you may not be able to do service for 1, 2, 3 years. And the lady was like, wow, she never knew. I said, but your friends have been called. She said, my best friends have been called. I said, yeah, we've been seeing them. The one they came day 2, day 3, and today is the last day. And the lady was like, wow. And the following day, she ran down to the school to the registration, and they told her that it was already late, that she's going to forfeit this year, and maybe the following year she can come again. And the lady started to cry, and she was really destabilized. And the woman was like, whoa, why, where have you been? And she was like, oh, I'm planning to have my wedding, and I'll be going to, somewhere for my honeymoon, and we are planning this and planning. And the woman like, wow, so you're getting married? Okay, because of that, I'm going to help you. Okay, now this is the form, and she brought the form out. This form for the one that you didn't come for. This is form for day 2 and day 3, and today is day 4. And the lady just filled the form, and luckily for her, she was placed on the first, as in the first person on the list. She was the last to come, but she was placed on the first list, on the first person, as in her name was number 1 on the list. A list of over 3,000 or 2,000 students are going for service, but she was number 1 on the list. And the woman was like, you are very, very lucky. I just decided to help you. And look at how the lady had the opportunity of going for that service. And the day the list came out, she was number 1 on the list to have a service in that state where she schooled, where she had an university education. And look at how things played well for her. So this her friend wanted to do her bad by letting her lose the opportunity, but she had the opportunity, and she was also placed in that same school, in that same state. And her 3 friends were posted very, very far from where they schooled. That is how karma plays, and things turned around bad for them. But to cut the long story short, just be careful. Be careful of what you spread with people, the so-called people that you think they love you. A lot of people don't love you. They fake it. And sometimes they play to your tune. They know you are nice, you are loving, you are caring, you are kind. You can give them your 2 hands so that you will be handless. They know that there are some people like that. And human beings take advantage of that. So you need to be wise when you are dealing with people. Some people are so sensitive that they know your weak points. Immediately they know your weak point, they use it against you. And at the end of the day, you will be a failure, and they will gain. Of course, I've heard a lot of stories like that, that the good people, they are always falling into crisis. And the bad people, they are always the one gaining. Of course, after some years, karma will take place. But before karma will take place, a lot of things will have been destroyed. And that is why you need to be wise when you are dealing with people. Use your head. Don't lose your head. You want to be nice to people. Okay, it's very, very good. You want to be kind, but be wise. Use wisdom to do whatever you want to do. All right, now, so I'll be sharing why you must also keep, those are the stories for today. Of course, I have lots and lots of stories I'll be sharing, but let's go into the real business. So it's not everything we need to share with people, especially our goals and our ambition. We need to keep some personal things private. Moreover, if you have an ambition, you need to keep it private, especially away from negative comments. Negative comments and criticism are a way of spoiling things. And if you want to say anything about your ambition, you have to be careful of what you share with people. Of course, in the world that we are today, our world is full of positive and negative talks, and negative talks are even more than the positive talks. And so you have to be very careful. And if you are someone that you like to if you are someone that you like to you seek for validation from people, of course you have to change that attitude. Be the kind of person that don't seek validation from people, because if you are that kind of person, you will explore without fear of what people will say. And it's necessary to keep your ambition from people, because criticism has a way of discouraging good things. And then another thing is that not everyone that smiles with you is your friend. So you have to be careful, and don't be too detailed in everything you say. If you choose not to share your personal information, of course, you gain more respect from people. Your dreams should be private. When you have a dream and you share them, there's possibility that those dreams will not mature and they may never actualize. You understand? And most times it's better to keep it private. So you need to protect your dream. Of course, you don't see what you see. And most times your dreams are peculiar to you. And then at the same time, they must be personal and they must be precious to you. And of course, when anything is precious to you, you guide it jealously. So it's very, very important. And be careful of who you share your dreams with, because your dreams are a reflection of yourself. They represent you. They represent part of you. So another thing is, keep them from sabotage. Everybody has a way of sabotaging dreams and criticizing. And I don't blame people at times, because it is you that know what you see. And you have every personality to achieve that dream. So that is why you are the one dreaming that dream. Another person will not dream the way you have dreamt it, because that dream is peculiar to you. And the moment you begin to share it with people, they don't understand. So it's very, very important. So move with intention and purpose. If you have a dream at hand, move with intention and always remember the purpose of your goal, why you want to achieve that thing. There is always a purpose behind a reason for something. So anytime you remember the purpose, what you are going to achieve, it gives you that push to continue. So it's like that. So, and again, action is like a push to do what you want to do. And most times actions bring out your real you. And you see that a lot of people, after doing certain things in life, they are always happy that, so I did it. They are proud of themselves. So it's like that. When you go into action, at the end of the day, it brings out who you really are. Because by the time you complete something in life, they relate that thing to you. That so person did it. And that's why we need to move in life. We need to get up. We need to start now. So, and another thing is, of course, when you start something, you will know what is working and you will know what can't work and why it can't work. And sometimes you can re-strategize. You understand? You can change your strategy to, maybe you are doing something and it's not working well. You can, that's why change is very important. You can change your strategy. And this helps you to even learn more about yourself and your next move, and you move with intention, like I earlier said. And you're also creating the life that you want to live, the life that you have always dreamed of. So that is why you need to go into action. So dreams are always followed with action. And then you should also appreciate yourself better, because at the end of the day, when you finally reach your goal, you appreciate yourself better and you know that you did it. And when things don't go as planned, sometimes you know that you need to do something different. You have also learned something in different way, and you have learned 1,000 reason why it didn't work, and reason and a different way of doing something. So it's like that. So it's a learning process anyway. And most times your action shows examples to people around you. If everyone takes action, of course, our society will improve, and it will definitely be a better place for everyone. So, and of course, when you stand up and you take action, it also improves your confidence, it improves your knowledge, it makes you more intelligent. And remember that your idea is only for you, and it is only you that understands your dream. Others don't see what you see, so don't blame them sometimes. So it's like that. Of course, I don't blame people when they give me negative comments. I don't blame them, because it is based on their understanding, and nobody is perfect. We cannot always have the same knowledge and intelligence. So sometimes when people say negative things, I just see them that it is based on their understanding, and that is why they are talking the way they are. So it's like that. So most times, of course, we all know that life seems like a loop, regardless of the path that we take and the people we meet. We encounter love, we encounter hatred, we encounter anger, we encounter jealousy. Of course, we encounter sorrow and unhappiness. So life appears to be a mixture of all these emotions. But what we can do is to radiate love. Love covers everything. And sometimes success can come from creating something that makes people happy and also make you happy as well. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. I hope I've been able to pass knowledge to you. Knowledge that will change your life, and knowledge that will push you to success, because the goal is to become successful no matter the challenges around us. So if you are interested in my channel membership, as I said earlier in one of my videos, it's something that it's going to be full of complete package. And there I'll be talking about what is coaching generally, because a lot of people don't really know what coaching is. So in that, my channel membership, I'll be talking about coaching, and I'll also be talking about what coaching entails, of course, and the difference between coaching and therapy, because a lot of people think we are therapists. We are not. And we are also going to be talking about why coaching works. Then I'll also be talking about the difference between coaching, consulting, mentoring, and counseling. Because at the end of the day, when you know the difference between all this, you now know why you need coaching. And I'll also be talking about how coaching can help your life. So that's what I'll be discussing in my channel membership. I really implore you to check it out, because it involves subscription. I don't know why people are not sending me superstars. Send me superstars, because it's a way of encouraging me, and I can also do better, because I have a lot of projects that I am looking into. And because of finance, I've not been able to go into it. So with these stickers on my videos, on my shorts, and I think I'm also having stickers here, you can send me stickers. The logo is on the screen. You can check it out. It's usually in form of a dollar sign. So just show me support. I will really, really appreciate it because it makes me believe that I'm doing very well and it encourages me. So if you check on my screen, you'll see the dollar sign there. So that's where the super thanks are. The super thanks, if you see it, it's a sign just like the dollars. So you click on it and nothing is too small. All right, guys, I have to go now. I hope I've not spent so much of your time. For everyone that have tuned in to watch my program, I appreciate you guys and you'll be seeing more of me. Thank you so much. Thanks for subscribing. And remember, we just hit 1,000 subscribers. It can only happen with that, with you. It can never can happen with only me working on this, but with the support of everyone, this can always happen. Thank you so much for your love and continue to be you. Bye for now.